to another video. My name is Tierney. If you're new here, hello and welcome to day 2 of Bookmas, where I'm doing the 12 days of Bookmas this year because I just decided to randomly do it. And today we are going to be talking about the 26 books I want to read in 2026. Yes, we are already talking about next year. I'm trying to prepare, try and get early. Most of these books are on my physical TBR. There are like a few that don't come out until next year, so that's why I don't have them, but I'm trying to get rid of all of the books on my physical TBR. So majority of them are. So please hold me to it because I'm pretty sure I didn't even hit my 25 that I wanted to read this year. Oh well. So we're gonna go through the physical ones first, and then I will talk about the ones that are coming out after. All right, let's just get into it. There's no order. They're not in the same order because I had to pick them from my shelves. Anyway, okay. First one, we have Broken Bonds by J. Bree. I feel like this was on it last year. I don't know. Oh, sorry, there's like a glare. But The Broken Bonds by J. Bree, just because I've heard like amazing things. So, and I just keep staring at it on my shelves and I really want to read it. So we have that. Then we have Endless Anger by Sav R. Miller. Just something about this cover. It's also beautiful. Is screaming to read it. I've been in a good like dark romance mood too recently. I've been listening to a lot of it. So this is right up that alley. So let's see. I don't know if you hear that. If you do, I'm sorry. But we'll see. We'll see. Like, just look how beautiful it is. And it stares at me, so I'm like, I really want to read this. So it's on my radar for 2026. Then we have The Ever King by LJ Andrews. These are actually getting traditionally published, so right now it's in hardcover. So this is the indie version. But everyone says that you just need to read this series. If you also like Fourth Wing and, what was the other one? Quicksilver, like all that kind of stuff. You'll love this, and it's pirates, and I really want to read this. No other reason. A lot of these are just vibes, and they've been on my radar for so long that I just really want to read them soon. So that was what I went with when picking all these out. Then we have Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I'm trying to collect all of the hardcovers. I got 2 of them for $1 at my library, so that's why I only have 2 of them right now. But they are always on Libby. I feel like they're always available on Libby to listen to them. I think it might be time. I've been listening to a lot of fantasy lately, so I think this might be the time to fully read it because I feel like he's never going to finish the series, so I might as well just read it, even though it's an unfinished series, because I was waiting, and I don't think he's ever going to finish it because it's been, what? How long has it been now? Like 10, 15 years? I don't know, but Game of Thrones. Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. The 3rd book actually comes out next year in March, and I've heard this is just so funny, the first one, so I really want to read it, even though it's a dark romance, and I don't know, I've heard really great things. I might listen to it because I've heard the audiobook is so good for it, but we have Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. Next, we have the Zodiac Academy. We have the Zodiac Academy by Carol Peckman and Suzanne Valentini. I don't know if that's how you say it. This is the old covers. I kind of hate the new covers, so maybe I'll do this. But I've heard it's like not good but good at the same time. Like, it's not the best well-written story, but you get so invested in the characters that you just don't want to stop, and it's crazy the stuff that happens. So I think I want to try and read it this series this year. So we have Zodiac Academy. This is book 1, which is The Awakening. And I think they're called, I forget what they're called, like the 2 of them that write the series. But they do have a new series, I think, coming out next year. I'm gonna have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure they do. And I was very intrigued by it because I saw someone else talking about it. So anyway, I feel like I need to read the first, though, the Zodiac Academy, because it's just the classic OG BookTok book that people loved. So then we have Blackthorn by J.T. Geisinger. This is the arc. It did already come out. I listened to the Scared Sexy series that was like 6 different authors with 6 different books that like Audible did, and she did one, and hers was my absolute favorite. Like, I wanted more. It was so good. I don't know what it was about that, but it was just so good. So seeming like I like that and I liked her writing style, I want to read this. It seems really interesting, and the deluxe is really pretty. It is out already, but I did get the arc at work, so I really want to read this just because I love the way she wrote it, and it just seems really interesting. So we have that. Next, we have Cash by Jessica Peterson. I did put this on my fall TBR, and obviously didn't get to it because I moved. So I need to get back into my cowboy romances because I miss it. I miss it dearly right now. So I really want to read these. These seem so good, and I'm just a cowboy romance girly, so this is right up my alley, and I need to get back into it. So yeah, this one. I do have the second one in the series as well. I didn't get the other two yet, but yes. Then we have, I took this box set down because it's the easiest one to take down because it's so high up, but we have The Witcher. I want to read this year, especially because, okay, hot take, I don't know if anyone's watched The Witcher. If you have, comment down below your thoughts on season 4, because personally I thought it was garbage. Like, it was so bad. And I don't think it was the actor's fault. I think it was the writing. The writing was just awful for season 4, and I just hated it. And the fact that, like, because Henry's not in it anymore, he used to like do the pushback of the writing and be like, no, Geralt wouldn't do this, wouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. And so it just felt so awkward the whole time. Liam did okay, like he tried, but it was the writing that totally did it, and I just hated it. Like, it was just so bad. I don't know if that's just my hot take, but it was just so bad compared to the other seasons, especially because I'm pretty sure like season 1 and 2 were like so highly rated on Rotten Tomatoes, and then season 4 is the least, like, is the lowest rated on Rotten Tomatoes out of all 4 seasons. Maybe you shouldn't have gotten rid of Henry, but that's just me. Anyway, I want to read them so I can picture Henry as Geralt of Riviera, because he is my Geralt. I do not think Liam is a good Geralt, but that could also just be the writing. But sorry, that was just a tangent. But yeah, I want to read The Witcher, so it starts with The Last Witch. And they're not that long, like they're pretty short books, so I feel like I could get through this series pretty quickly, even though there's like 7 books. I really want to read it, just so I can picture him. Then we have If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. This got really popular in the fall, so I want to read it this fall. I literally was seeing it like I saw it when I first came in. I was like, oh, I want to get that, and then it blew up on TikTok, and I'm like, okay. And I think that's why it made me not read it at first, but now I really want to, because it literally gives Gilmore Girls vibes. Look at that cover. Is it gonna focus on you? Come on. There we go. Look at that cover. The dog, the gazebo. She looks like Lorelai. Like, come on. I wanna read it. I need good fall vibes. Honestly, maybe I'll read it before fall. I don't know, but I really want to read this book. I'm pretty sure this was on it last year. I really need to start reading the books I put on these, like TBRs. So we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I've seen it everywhere. The other series though by her, The Daughter of No Worlds, is getting republished. Kind of hate the covers, in my opinion. I don't know. I think the OG covers were just so stunning and like beautiful. But anyway, I want to read Carissa Broadbent this year, whether it's this one or Daughter of No Worlds, but I really want to read this one because I've had it on my shelf for so long, and I met her. She's so nice, and I just really want to read it. So yeah, there's that. I feel like I put so much fantasy on these because I'm always reading fantasy at this time of year, and then I don't end up reading. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. We will be reading them though. There are a lot on here that if I don't read them, hold me accountable, because I really want to read these this year. Like, so bad. So bad. And I've been doing really good with reading, especially also using an audiobooks. Like, I've been doing so good. I hit my goal and everything. So keep me accountable. Alright, next is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. I love Rachel Gillig. The Shepherd King duology is one of my favorite duologies I've ever read. It's so good. If you haven't read it, I always recommend it. Definitely go read it. So I want to read this. And it's also, I think, going to be a duology. I think the second book comes out next year as well. I have to look that up. But so I want to read the first one, obviously, before the second one comes out. And I've heard really good things. And I just love her writing style, and the way she makes the worlds is just so good. Next. So I started this book, okay? And I was just a little intimidated because I started it when we were moving, and it's a 1,000-page book. So I had to put it down because I couldn't keep going. But I will be reading it this year, or next year, and it's Alchemized by Sen-Lin Yu. I went to the midnight release party. Like, I was so excited for this book, and I still am. I got to page like 50, I want to say, not even 43, and I had to put it down because we were moving and we were still like setting up the whole house, so I just couldn't get to it. But this is 100% being read next year. 100%, like, that's not a doubt. So Alchemized by Sen-Lin Yu. I cannot wait to read this. Manacled was my top book, I'm pretty sure, this year. I don't know, you'll see it in my whole what I read all year, but I'm pretty sure that was like my top book I read, and I loved it. So I'm really excited to dive into this one. Okay, next we have Silver Leap by Danny Francis. I don't know, it got really popular around the same time Shield of Sparrows did, but I read Shield of Sparrows first, and everyone says you should read this before Shield of Sparrows because Shield of Sparrows is better, and I was like, So we're gonna get into this one because I've heard really good things, and the second book comes out next year, so Silver Leap. Then we have The Deal by Elle Kennedy. The show, I think, comes out next year, the off-campus show, so I really want to read it. It's like an OG book talk book, so I just really want to get into it. I've heard really good things about this series, so, and I've been seeing like all her new ones coming out, and it's like all of their kids getting books now, so I really have been in the mood to read it, and I'm in the mood for a good hockey romance. I haven't read hockey romance in a while, so I feel like this is going to be really good, and like exactly what I need when I pick it up, if that makes sense. So, ooh, that's a little bent. Next, Left Up Forever by Tara Dewitt. I love Tara Dewitt, love her. This is the second book after Savor It, and I loved Savor It, so I'm excited to go back to Spruance, Oregon, and read this, and it's just, look at the cover, it's so pretty. And I'm pretty sure it's a second chance romance, which I'm into. I'm into those sometimes, so yeah. This one, Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I love Abby Jimenez. The second book of this series comes out next year, and I think in March, April, I don't remember. But I just love her writing, and it's just so good. Just everything she writes is so good. So I want to read this year. Next, we have Mile High by Liz Tomford. Everyone loves the Windy City series, so I feel like I need to jump on the bandwagon now. Especially because now it's, I don't know, I feel like the hype has kind of died down a little bit, so that way I can go and read it, because I don't always like to read the books when they're super, super hyped up at the time, because, I don't know, I don't want to like get it in my head that it's amazing, if that makes sense. So we have Mile High, and I have all the old covers, which I'm really happy that I have all the old covers because I don't really like the new ones. But then we have Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I'm pretty sure this was on it last year also. But I'm also like, I really want the fourth book to come out already, like the last book. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to start it and read them, but then it's not finished yet, and I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna need to read them all together, because I did that with one book, you'll see in a second. Yeah, but I've just heard really good things, and she was so nice. I met her at a Polycon this year, and she was one of the sweetest authors I met. I just loved her. She was so nice, and yeah, but I don't know, I want to read that. Okay. Next, Anthema by Carrie Lake. Again, heard really good things. She's getting traditionally published. I'm pretty sure her other one, Nocticadia, either just came out or is coming out in a few weeks. I've just heard really good things about this book, and it looks stunning. And look at these edges. Beautiful. So, I'm pretty sure it's dark romance, I want to say. Unless it's like fantasy romance. I think it's fantasy romance. Yes, if there's a witch, so it's fantasy romance. The last two physical ones, I'm pretty sure I've put on my like books to read in the new year like 3 times now. I just need to get over it and do it and reread these series. Well, at least one of them, because I just need to do it. And I really want to reread it anyway, because I've been dying to be back in that world. So we have A Court of Silver Flames and House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. I do have to read this one first before this one, and I really want to reread this series, so that better happen this year, because if not, I'm gonna be so sad and so mad at myself. Yeah, because I just need to know what happens. I've avoided spoilers, not that many for this one, but I've like avoided spoilers somehow for this book, and I don't know what happens, and for like 2 years I've avoided it. I would see it, I kind of know some things that happen in here, mostly for like Reese and Farah, but not so much Nesta. But like, I just hated Nesta, so that's why I've been like, I don't want to pick it up, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this year, and then this will be right after. I'm not gonna reread this series because they're all thick, and I don't know if I can do that, but I'm definitely gonna reread this series, so yes. Oh, there's more. Sorry. Hold on. I think I have 4 that I don't have here. The first one is Rites of Starlight by Devney Perry, which is book 2 in the Shield of Sparrows trilogy, I think it's gonna be. I'm obsessed. That ending, those last 50 pages, if you've read it, oh my gosh. Wait, why didn't I put on the other one? Weird that I did not put that on, but okay. Sorry. Oh my gosh, amazing. Go read it right now because it was incredible. I'm obsessed. Then we have Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune. I'm a Carly Fortune stan. I love everything she writes, and I will read every single book she writes. I have, except for one, but literally so excited. I'm also excited for Fever Dream by Elsie Silver. I'm an Elsie Silver stan as well. I will read anything she writes. I'm obsessed with Elsie Silver's writing, and the cowboy romance, just everything about them. obsessed. And this is the first book in the Emerald Lake series, so it's a new town, and I literally cannot wait. I'm so excited. And then the last one is Cowboy Casual by Holly Renee. I want to read a Holly Renee book. I do own one already, but I want to read the cowboy one. I'm like I feel like I want to read her romance first instead of the fantasy romance. I don't know why, but that's just me. Anyway, and those are the 26 books I want to read in 2026. I'm really excited. I have a feeling it's going to be a really, really good reading year, and I cannot wait because I demolished my reading goal this year, so I'm really excited to see what new books I'm going to read and how far I'll get next year. Comment down below what your reading goal is for next year. I think I'm going to just up it by 10, so I think it's going to be 60 instead of 50, just because I don't want to like do it too far and then I don't actually hit it, you know? Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below for more fun bookish content. And happy Bookmas. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.